call the member for Mackellar.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I move the motion relating to the marine environment in the terms in which it appears on the notice paper.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. When I was a teenager, I would ride my bike from the family home in Belrose through Oxford Falls, down Wakehurst Parkway to Narrabeen Beach. I have fond memories of sitting on the beach, sand between my toes, swimming in the ocean and the rock pools of North Narrabeen, looking out at the surfers and thinking how lucky I was. Because when you looked out at the sea, I would ponder in awe how it could be that in one generation, the son of a migrant who fled totalitarian regimes behind the Iron Curtain could now be getting to call one of the most beautiful parts of the world his home. To this day, I raised my family in Collaroy, and I continue to enjoy the very same coastline, from Palm Beach to Manly, from Bondi to Little Bay, and even across the Pittwater to Patonga. Sydney has one of the most beautiful coastlines in the world. Its rich biodiversity and all-round stunning views make it a wonder to behold. Not only is it something us locals derive great pleasure from, but it is a pivotal part of Sydney's tourism economy, and in a post-COVID world, it will be more important than ever. However, there is a shadow looming over its longevity. The Petroleum Exploration Permit number 11, or PEP 11 for short, like Damocles' sword, hangs over the heads of our communities. A stretch of ocean covering 4,500 square kilometres from Palm Beach to Newcastle, PEP 11 threatens to continue exploration activity off our coasts, where after 16 long years, Mr Deputy Speaker, no useful data has been uncovered, no useful discovery has been made. There has been so much risk, so much worry, and never before has there been so little reward for all of this. This licence has been held by several energy companies since it was granted by the then Carr Labor government in 2004. During this time, various exploration actions have been undertaken. The last one about 3 years ago, when permission was given to undertake seismic testing. The results of these tests were clearly disappointing. Even the most generous reading of the actions of the current holders of the PEP 11 licence would lead any reasonable person to conclude that it was, at best, inconclusive and most likely demonstrated there was little of value in terms of exploration. After all, the holders of the licence, Advent Energy themselves, admitted on the 29th of December 2010 that the exploration well had failed to find gas. Therefore, in moving this motion, I'm calling on the government to oppose oil and gas drilling off the coast of Sydney and specifically in the PEP 11 zone. My community has spoken loud and clear. We do not want to see the renewing of the PEP 11 licence. Save Our Coast has been leading the charge in opposing this licence. They have collected over 76,000 signatures, many of which have already been presented to the Parliament. Natasha Dean, Brendan Donoghue and many more locals have been very vocal in their opposition to the licence because it just doesn't make sense. After all, this government is one which is taking strong and appropriate steps to protect our oceans. The Great Barrier Reef, we know, is a global tourism icon, a wonder of the natural world, critically important to the Australian economy. Before COVID-19, it contributed around $6.4 billion a year to Australia's economy, along with 64,000 jobs. These actions are that of a government which cares about our oceans. We are an island nation, and so it is our responsibility to look after the water around us. It is a hard argument to allow this issue to be swept under the rug, but it would be impossible to say it will just go away, because it won't. My community do not want gas rigs off our beautiful coasts. We do not want to see the rich biodiversity that occupies our great coastlines put at risk for an area of ocean which clearly doesn't have anything to offer in terms of gas, but has so much to offer our generation and future generations. Therefore, PEP 11 should not be renewed. It should not go forward.